Welcome back to A Moment with Miranda, where we take a few minutes to reset, reflect, and remind ourselves that we are truly enough. Today, I want to talk about something that used to absolutely terrify me: taking my kids out alone. That might sound like some kind of small thing and not that big of a deal to some people because as a mom, you're supposed to be able to do all the things and it not be scary, right? But there was a season of my life where I truly believed that I would not survive doing that all on my own. I genuinely thought my life was over. I thought handling both of them alone would be too hard, too overwhelming, and obviously too dangerous. My son, he's a runner. Autism felt like a huge setback. And if I'm being honest, I felt like I was failing even before I even started. There were so many what ifs, right? What if he bolts? What if people stare at me and don't know what's going on? What if he has a whole meltdown and I can't get him to stop and he interrupts every single person's dinner? What if I can't handle it? Well, the other night, we went to dinner. I took my kids out for Valentine's Day. He chanted the colors of the rainbow in order, absolutely not quietly, so loudly, in fact, that I'm sure everybody in the restaurant heard him. He hugged me with every other letter, and we had so much fun. He loudly asked, "Who took the cookie from the cookie jar?" Grabbed my face, back and forth, the whole 9 yards. He read the menu like it was the greatest book ever written. He absolutely loves the word strawberry, just so everyone knows. And at one point, there was definitely marinara sauce in my hair. Listen, guys, actual marinara in my hair. I'm not exaggerating. Like, it took a hot minute for me to realize that that's what it was. For a second, I thought somebody was bleeding. But no panic there. My son then tried to climb into the booth behind us. And old Miranda, man, she would have panicked. She would have apologized like 10 times. "I'm so sorry. It's my kid." Da, 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 da. Old Miranda would have over explained. Old Miranda would have shrunk herself to make everyone else feel comfortable. But guess what? New Miranda and Miranda as she is didn't even apologize, didn't even think about it. Because I don't need to apologize for who my son is. I don't need to apologize for who I am, and I definitely do not need to apologize for how amazing my daughter is as a support as she packed our diaper bag to make sure we were ready to go to Olive Garden together. Did she leave that bag on the booth that we were waiting at before we got called? Absolutely. But guess what? I didn't need to apologize. And in that moment, I looked at that couple, and instead of saying sorry for my child, I said, "Thank you for your patience. We lead with gratitude in this house." And the man smiled and said something that absolutely stopped me in my tracks. He said, "We have all been that small once. It's hard to believe, but we have. And the only way that we learn is by doing." And I just sat there in awe because he's right. We do not learn by hiding. We do not grow by staying home. And we do not build patience, resilience, and confidence in isolation. That makes no sense. We build it in these messy moments, in loud restaurants, in the sticky hands, and the marinara. Especially when the marinara is in our hair. For so long, I thought autism was a setback. Now, I see it as a different rhythm altogether. And we're learning how to dance in it hardcore. Sometimes on tables, actually. Like, actually dance. Because earlier, We were walked out to Old McDonald had a farm in that waiting area, and it was our personal concert. And we didn't care who was watching. We got other people to join in. This life did not end. It expanded. And if you're in a season where you feel like you cannot do the hard thing, where you're convinced that, oh my gosh, this is too much, it is too messy, it is absolutely too overwhelming, I promise you, you are absolutely more capable than you even think you are. You do not have to apologize for existing loudly. You do not have to shrink to make other people feel comfortable. And you do not have to wait until it looks perfect to show up in a restaurant, especially the Olive Garden. Sometimes growth looks like marinara in your hair and still finishing dinner, even though you've been there for 2 hours. Sometimes strength looks like saying thank you instead of I'm sorry. And sometimes the thing that you thought would break you builds you. Thank you for spending this moment with me. If today felt a little messy, a little loud, a little overwhelming, or a little sticky, keep going. Growth is not quiet. It is not polished, but it is absolutely powerful. So keep showing up. Keep doing the hard things and keep dancing to your own rhythm. And as always, remember, you were always enough, babe. Always. Mwah.